Welcome back, guys. We are here at the beautiful Road America racetrack in Wisconsin, and I'm sitting in the 2023 Lexus RCF Track Edition. I'm going to take this car out on track and give you guys my driving impressions. It still features the same naturally aspirated 5-liter V8 that makes 472 horsepower. It revs out to well over 7,000 RPM. It makes a great sound. We have an 8-speed automatic transmission, and Lexus has extensively used carbon fiber to shave some weight on this car. However, this still weighs in at a portly 3,800 pounds. It also has carbon ceramic brakes as standard, adaptive suspension, a carbon rear wing, a carbon hood, and the interior of this car does feel quite special. Despite a lot of folks complaining about modern Lexus interiors looking old, I quite like the more classic design of the RCF, especially the brushed aluminum look to the center console, this beautiful blue leather, the Alcantara wheel. Love the blue accents just all around the interior. With an MSRP of right around 100 grand in the US, does this car make any sense? Does it stay true to its claim of being a track-focused RCF? That's what we're going to find out. Gotta love a naturally aspirated V8. What a sound. First time at Road America, and let's see how this track is. This is a bucket list item for me, for sure. Quite touchy throttle pedal. Slow to shift. Let's go through this chicane nice and slow. Transmission is not really able to keep up with what I'm asking of it. Looks like we've caught the Black Ghost Dodge Challenger. Gotta say, driving this car at 7/10, the engine feels glorious. The carbon ceramic brakes, excellent, no problems there. But the car does feel heavy. It's a 3,800 pound car. Despite all the weight savings that Lexus has done, this car is still quite a pig. And at $100,000 asking price, I just don't know if it's worth the money. At that price, you could get a Corvette C8 Z51 with all the options checked, and that would be a much better car on track. This is roughly 50% more money over a regular Lexus RCF. So in a surprise turn of events, we are back in the RCF Track Edition for a second lap here at Road America. Now, fellow car reviewer and YouTuber, The Topher, mentioned to me just now that you have to warm up this transmission before it starts to shift properly. And now that I'm also a little bit more familiar with this track, maybe we can get a better feel for how this car performs.
Have fun.
All right, am I good to go?
Yeah, you're good to go, man.
Listen to this exhaust.
I know, it's awesome.
Man, the transmission's way faster now. So forget what I said earlier about this transmission being hot garbage. When you get it up to temperature, it is quite good. It's a little bit jerky, but the shift speed, can't complain about it. much better than I expected. You just have to pull the paddle a little earlier than you otherwise would with a dual clutch. Not a big fan of this steering though. It just doesn't have much feedback. It's overly light. Brakes feel decent. Carbon ceramics, can't really go wrong. Mid-corner grip is reasonable, but you really do feel the weight of this car here. 3,800 pounds is no joke. Got some understeer. That's kind of unnatural the way this car slides. It stepped out, but then it really didn't want to hold the oversteer, even though I stayed on the throttle. You know what? This car really is just a 10 out of 10 engine compared to a 7 out of 10 everything else. Although the transmission is a lot better the second time I'm driving it after it's warmed up, it's still not as quick as a dual clutch. It's not as quick as a ZF 8-speed automatic, and the chassis is definitely lacking. The brakes are pretty good, these carbon ceramics, but the steering is pretty lifeless. It's pretty light and numb. The car defaults to understeer on turn-in because of its weight, and when you do use the throttle to get the rear out, it has a very sort of unnatural, snappy behavior. It is a very cool car, and it is quite fun to drive, but it is not a $100,000 track monster, and I think this is a miss on Lexus's part. I think a regular RCF would be a great car. At its price point of around 70 grand, it actually makes a lot of sense. It's a reliable, fun car that you can daily drive, and it has this glorious screaming V8 engine. Let me know what you think of the RCF Track Edition. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.